I just pulled off one of the most ambitious short films I've ever made. So, Stranded 3 starts off with a really cool skydiving sequence where Nate and I are falling to the earth, but we're doing this in a green screen, hanging on wires and being blown by leaf blowers. It looked like I was skydiving. That way, we could control my movement because there was places I had to shift over.
Okay, that's it. I'm never, ever flying again.
This is actually the first shot when we went to the desert. We shot this in Glamis, California, where a lot of different movies have been shot, like Star Wars, and it is desolate. It's 6.5 hours from LA. It's an hour from the nearest town, so it's out there.
Hi there, I'm Nelson Balboa, legendary archaeologist.
This is our heroic entrance of Terry Crews. I had worked with Terry a couple years ago on a TikTok video. We just became friends from that, and he was down to work on this project. He just brought so much energy, and he brought so many ideas to the table, and that's when you know you have a great collaboration. They buy onto your vision, but they add. What was hard about all of this, you notice the photographer's footprints in here. We can't re-rake the sand, so after we walk in it, that shot is done for. Even where the Jeep right there was driving, if you get that shot once, you're done, and you're moving to a different part of the sand.
I just wish I could experience what it's like to be saved by the most famous archaeologist of all time.
It's funny, it actually looks green screened or maybe a virtual production, but this is out on the desert. And we shot this on a process trailer. So if you're not familiar, you put the Jeep up on a trailer and you're being pulled. That way, when you're inside, Terry doesn't have to look out and drive and act at the same time. This is Terry Crews' character's home base, which our team started setting up at like 4 a.m. that morning because we only had one day in this entire dig site camp. Getting extras out here in the middle of the desert is difficult. It's not like in LA where there's tons of background actors. So we actually put a lot of our crew and other actors into this shot, and you'll notice a little Easter egg. The mummy, who's played by Cam, is right here. Boom, that's him. And not to ruin the full movie magic of this set, but it was actually only in the shape of a C, and we designed it that way so that we could change the angles. We obviously wanted the audience to think that Passageway had a bunch of turns and twists and mazes. We just switched the camera angles and added cobwebs and changed the set deck around each corner so it looked different, but that's just the same set reused over and over and over. To talk about the mummy character, we were thinking that this character could be played by maybe a child actor. When you're in filmmaking, there's a lot of rules to working with kids or children on set and the limited time you have. We ended up casting a little person. His name is Cam. He's an incredible actor. He was such a trooper because he would be in this wardrobe. It would take an hour and a half, if not 2 hours, to get wrapped with that mummy costume and get it off. And it came in pieces, but then we had to rewrap it to hide the seams and the transitions. Shout out to the wardrobe team for the amazing design on that. Careful, he might be devouring your soul through the shaka right now.
Okay, ha ha.
This is the part where we're introducing booby traps, getting into some classic Zach King magic here as we face these booby traps. Comment if you know what this is, but I'm gonna call it a casket right now. Look at the detail on this thing. I saw him make it over the course of a couple weeks, and this is a blend of melting foam to create some of that incredible design work there by the art team. And it's not a casket, but it's a The way we accomplished this, we had a hole cut out in the wall, and I'm pantomiming that I'm fighting for that sword. The next sequence here is absolutely my favorite. The hard part about this sequence was when I got in the paraglider, we had to fly for about 40 minutes to the shooting location, and then we would do circles until the camera was ready. Again, they were on walkie with the Jeep, plus they were on walkie with the drone and me in the paraglider. With all that coordination, it was really slow to get the shots. We would do one take, and then I would go up and circle for 20 minutes in the air. The Jeep would get reset, the drone would change its angle, and we would go again. I was up in the air maybe about 3 hours. Going into an action sequence, you really want to know all your shots, know all your coverage, and then how you're getting the action. What do you actually need to see the Jeep do, or the paraglider, how does it fly? The director, Josh Fapp, put together a Lego mock-up. He did a choreographed video showing the full video storyboards in Lego of what he wanted to see. And it really, as you can see as it's lined up here, it matched the final video and what we ended up doing. I know this is a sentimental scene, but what was funny about it is when me and Nate are reunited, we would hug, but it was so windy here. Every take, Nate's hat would fly off. Every single time. Here's a compilation. I do have to shout out everybody on my team and all the crew that joined this production to help get it done. I mean, it's not possible without them. And that's the fun of filmmaking, that collaboration and getting everybody's ideas, putting it into one thing. Hey, and if you guys enjoyed this video, chew on that subscribe button.